Hey, what we have here is a 2017 Kia Sportage mid-size vehicle. This one happens to be all-wheel drive. I had it for the past few days, probably put about 500 or so miles on it. I'm sure, as you can tell by all the bugs on the front. But I wanted to give an overview of how it went. It was a pretty good ride for being a Kia. A few positives, few negatives, but like I said, I'll give you a walk around and then kind of tell you what I did and didn't like about it. Here's the engine, little 4-cylinder. It does what it's supposed to do, gets pretty good gas mileage. Lots of covers, like flat plastic covers on everything. Not necessarily aesthetically pleasing, but it's an engine, so I guess it doesn't have to be. So there's the front of it. It's got nice fog lights, LEDs, so headlights were nice and bright at night. This one's all-wheel drive, just a black color. Walk around to the back here first. Typical storage. Doesn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. It does have some tie-down straps on it. Your baby seat straps up here. Some tie-downs in the back. There's a tie-down up here as well. When you pick this up, there's your jack. A little bit of storage. And your spare. It's donut. Not a full size with this one. Here's the back seat. Like I said, not a whole lot going on with this one. This folds down. It's got a couple of cup holders in there. It does have a plug down here so you can charge up a phone or a small cooler. Sorry about the noise, the garbage truck's out today. Here's the other side of it. Here's the passenger side. I guess I can get in here, kind of show you what's going on. Steering wheel, lots of controls. They put a bunch of controls up front. I guess that saves from putting them in the back like a lot of car manufacturers do. I found this to actually work well. It didn't seem like I was going to hit other buttons, or it didn't seem like there was too much going on. They all worked well, up, down. I use cruise control quite a bit, and you just tap up and down to go. So it worked well. Volume, no issues with any of that. The stereo itself, it's a basic stereo. It does have, it looks like a 5-inch screen. It didn't really do a lot. When you're listening to just local radio stations, that's all it did was give you the number designation of the radio station. It didn't give you the band. It didn't give you the radio station name. It didn't give you any of that. So very generic in that respect. I think there was a little clock in the top here. This one is Bluetooth and does have Sirius. Sirius isn't hooked up, so I couldn't listen to it, but like I said, had volumes over on the steering wheel that I use quite a bit when controlling the radio. This one has your typical AC buttons over here. These actually easy to control, not too much going on, so the air conditioner worked well. Down here we actually have two lighter plugs to charge. There's an auxiliary to plug in your iPod, listen to the radio, and there's a USB that you can plug in for your iPod or similar device, MP3 player device. I was charging my phone in it. Everything worked great. As far as changing gears, it's an automatic, but it does have the select shift. So if you pull it into drive, click it over to the left, you can go up and down to drive it like you would a manual. I actually liked the little bit of storage cubbies that it has. I've been in a few vehicles recently that these cubbies are just too small or awkwardly shaped, and it didn't work. I kept my cell phone back in this one, sat fine. I had my cell phone up here at one point and my wallet. Drinks didn't rattle around like they do in some of them, so it worked well. Here it's got drive mode. It has an eco and a sport mode, and in the center is just your regular. Eco was very sluggish. You really didn't want to use it when you're trying to get on the highway. It really slows down that 4-cylinder quite a bit. I thought sport mode was a little too touchy. You would barely touch the gas and it would kind of jump a little. It definitely changed. You could tell a difference. I kept it in regular mode most of the time, but it does have the different modes. Here's your standard little center console compartment. That's a leather. This is just cloth material in the seats. It has your sunglass holder up here, your lights. All of that's just standard, generic. Mirrors. Nothing really going on there. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good vehicle. It was comfortable. It was just myself and some luggage. But the vehicle handled well. It is a little noisy on the road, so I guess I'll give my cons. It's a little noisy on the road. You can hear outside traffic quite a bit. Like I said, the eco mode, which obviously you don't have to put it in there, but that was pretty sluggish when you're trying to move, either speed up or slow down in traffic. It didn't get you up there very fast. You really had to get on it, and it would drop down a few gears and then go. Like I said, the comfort was good. I didn't have a problem sitting in the seat. Just your standard cloth seats, but they weren't uncomfortable in any way. It handled good. The steering was a little touchy. If you barely touched it left or right, it would go that way. I know a steering wheel's supposed to turn, but it seemed too touchy for a lot of the vehicles that I've driven lately. Like I said, though, overall, it's a pretty good vehicle for a little Kia. It's all-wheel drive. I didn't have to use the all-wheel drive. It really just felt like a front-wheel drive vehicle going down the road. So overall, nice little vehicle. I know it's on the lower end of the budget, which is what attracts a lot of people to Kia, but for what it was, being on the lower end of budget, and it was a decent vehicle. I would drive it again if I had to. I don't know if I'd necessarily buy one. The style isn't necessarily me, but for someone looking for a small to mid-size all-wheel drive, this one works well. So that's about it for now, and thanks for watching.